Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Object 261, it's the Tier 10 Soviet SPG. This one's located on the southeastbourne of Mountain Pass, and it's under the command of somebody known as Twerp001 of the KIWI clan. Well, I know that he's from New Zealand, but Twerp? What a name! Well, he's backing up, and he's backing up as far as he dare go. I thought for a second he was going to go over the edge there. Okay, this is an Arty made from an IS-7, and he's aiming into the enemy territory at the moment. He's not finished loading, but he's looking for any fences being knocked over, because that might be a sign that the enemy's there. That's about right. Okay, if any of those fences suddenly go tumbling. Oh, we just saw some. So I suspect that the enemy tanks have made their way down the west side of the map. Oh, and we've got an E-100. Rounds out. Oh, he stopped in time. But he didn't stop himself from getting stunned anyway. Okay. Now, this RT never got built, mainly down to the fact, of course, that they didn't produce the IS-7, which was a pity, because the IS-7 was actually quite a good tank. It was well tested, and the drivers seemed to like it, the testers seemed to like it. But I think that they decided after a certain point, and the war is already gone, that they decided, no, we're not going to build any more heavy tanks. Now, he fired that round him because the tree fell down, and that's normally an indication somebody's knocking the tree down for cover, and it was a reasonable guess to say whoever's going to use it would try and sit just behind the tree so that he could use the bush mechanic. But it didn't actually hit anything as far as we know. Probably did do some stun damage, but that's about it. Okay, we're loaded. 18 centimeter shell, capable of doing, or 18 centimeters, 13 centimeters. I'll get it right eventually. It's an 18 centimeter shell. It's capable of 800 alpha, 45 millimeters of pen. Yeah, I was having a moment, a jingles moment, you might say. 45 millimeters of pen, a 9.5 meters on the burst radius, 11.5 to 29 seconds of stun. It's actually rather unfair to Jingles to call it a Jingles moment, because the guy's actually very smart. He's not, he says that he has these Jingles moments where he gets things wrong, and occasionally when he's commenting on Warships games, yeah, he does say the wrong thing. But in actual fact, the guy is very sharp, mainly because he deliberately says something wrong in a video to encourage somebody to then make comments. And when they make comments, obviously the algorithm pumps out more of his video. Line it up, rounds out, looks good. Yes! Kill! 327, that was perfect. He lined it up and got the shell to hit the target just as he went through the aim point. But those enemy are moving very, very quickly. They're not hanging around, are they? But they have to deal with the E4 because he's directly above them. He's trying to use his gun depression. But the enemy Arty might try to fire at him. We fired over the top of the E4 into the enemy. Got damage on the 430U, and we stunned his teammate. Okay, I can see a point coming very soon, and the E4 is going to die. In fact, yes, he's just died. And that means these guys are now going to feel free to actually come in our direction. But before they do that, we've got a shell for them. Rounds out. Direct hit and kill! He's taken out the TVP 250-51. And he's happy about that, but he now has to move because the enemy is headed this way. He's telling his teammate to fall back, which is a wise decision. Oh, and this new configuration of the map means there's rocks where there wasn't before. And it... Oh, we've been spotted! Okay, well now that means he has to go up the hill if he wants to remain safe, because he can't afford to stay low. And we almost drove into the T-57 Heavy. Now, the enemy RT in this game is a T-92 HMC. He's got a slightly longer reload than us, but the difference is... Oh! That wasn't good. We just lost one of our teammates. But we do have the ability to shotgun a few of these enemy tanks. He's locked onto the IS-7 and... oh, he's coming down. But he shotguns the guy in the way. And he does get down, but he needs to get behind the rock now to stop that T-57 Heavy. Oh, and he's taking rounds from a 430U, and that's the same guy that he shot earlier in the day. The T-92's not trying to get him at the moment, but the T-57 Heavy has just taken out our T-100 LT, and he's now having it out with his opposite number. And I think now we can do a shotgun. In fact, we could do a shotgun with an armor-piercing round. That would really upset that T-57 Heavy. That's the enemy Arty having a go, and shotgun! Well, that's the way to do it, as they would say in any Punch and Judy show. I'm not going to make the noises. Oh, that was good. Yes, he did take an APCR. No, it's a heat round right up his rear. You can see that where it exploded. Heat rounds produce a jet of hot gases, but they also create a tiny little explosion, and you get these spatter effects. Okay, he's trying to hit that Manticore, the unspotted Manticore. There's our other teammate in the T-92 HMC. The enemy lost the other Arty that they had on their team, the Batchat 155-58. And we've got a 2-tank advantage, which means everything seems to be going our way. But we do have 2 Arty, they only have 1. Now, it's going to be difficult to hit the enemy because there's only that Object 430U down on the ice road. And we've got 2 tanks chasing him. But there are some enemy. Oh, and that might have been the guy who knocked the hedge down, or the tree down, earlier. And 2 critical hits. I think we might have hit his tracks. And the T-92 is going to do the same. And that was a direct hit. I think we might have actually earned some stun assist there, because that shot from the T-92 got a direct hit on the Bosch. And I think we're about to do the same again. He's actually chosen to go to the bush. He's fired it in. And he got a direct hit again. So that guy is definitely stunned. Of course, there's one thing you've probably noticed, which I didn't comment about. He's only got 2 hit points left, Twerp. But he actually has played a blinder so far. He's only got 1,118 hit points of damage. I suspect that probably splashed the Bosch. He's going for the bushes this time. He's actually doing very well because considering what actually happened at their cap area and the fact that he did get spotted, it wasn't the greatest maneuver to actually shoot at the IS-7, but he did get a kill on that guy by leaning over the edge, and he actually has 4 kills in the game. 4 kills. And that's pretty impressive. And there's the Manticore. Rounds out. Here we go. Oh. Well, he got rid of that stun very quickly indeed. The Bosch has gone down the ice road. About to meet a 705 coming the opposite direction. That can't be good for him. In fact, now we could actually, if we decided to, move up the other end of the map and have a bit of fun up there. Get closer to the enemy. Okay, he's going to shoot from here. All 3 enemy are in the cap area. And the Manticore dies first. And then the T-92 HMC leaving the Bosch as the last one alive. And he just gets nuked by the Panzerkampfwagen 7. And game over. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the second class tanker for Twerp001 of the KIWI clan in the Object 261. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in that one. He got 8. He got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. Yes, he got 4 exactly, but no other medals, and we don't know when they, because of course it's on the What Replays record site. But let's have a look at team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in the game because that actually went to the T110E3 on our team with 5,568 hit points. Second highest damage went to the Panzerkampfwagen 7, who got the last shot of the game, the last kill. He got 3,922 hit points. And the third highest was the Foch, the AMX-50 Foch, who ran into that 705 at the end, and he took 3,463 hit points of damage. We can see here that Twerp actually managed to get 1,606 hit points of damage. So it's not on the high side. He's a bit, well, fairly low down on the tables, but he did get a lot of stun assists, so we'll see that come up later on. And of course, when it comes to kills, we can see he's top dog because he actually got 4 kills. So did the E3. 3 kills went to the Panzerkampfwagen 7 and also to the T-57 heavy tank on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, he's actually in 4th place because the top scorer was the E3, 1,175. The only player to get over 1,000 base. 971 went to the Panzerkampfwagen 7, and 838 went to the Strib 103B, with Twerp coming up just behind in 4th place with 828. He fired 13 rounds in the game, but he got 4 direct hits on the enemy. None of them penetrated, but he did get 15 splash. Damage of 1,606, of which 1,417 were at more than 300 meters. There were some close range shots, which were shotguns. 1 hit received, 1 penetration, that was the Object 430U, and 1 hit by way of splash damage as well. Yes, the 430U managed to put a heat round right up our rear, took most of our hit points. Well, left us on 2 hit points for the entire game. But what was impressive was that both of the kills, or 2 of the kills that he actually made, were shotguns at fairly close range. 7 enemy vehicles damaged, 4 killed, 499 hit points of stun assist off 11 stuns. So it wasn't a lot of stun assist, but I suppose you might say it was the way he went and killed them, and he was doing it very effectively. On a premium count, he actually earned 69,985 credits from the game. He got a 90,000 mission payout, and he got 2,484 experience points altogether. Yes, he says a couple of interesting kills in that game. They certainly were. And I think those were extreme moments when you have to do something and you can't just sit there on your thumbs. You've got to pull it out and start hitting the enemy. And what a thing to do as well. It would have been funny, actually, if he'd loaded an armor-piercing round and got after that T-57. But instead, he just hit him with an HE round, and that did the job perfectly well. So, well done indeed. Interesting game. And nice to see somebody being aggressive in the face of extremists. Hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.